Hello, we are Group 2. We are Zainazan Abal, Hashli Darzal Apostol, and Ellen Natalia Gyao. We will present our project In or Out of Style, analyzing the impact and influence of teaching styles on the engagement of the grade 7 and grade 8 students in mathematics classes of the Philippine Science High School Central Luzon campus, or PSHS CLC. The data we have gathered will help us understand which teaching styles impact student engagement and interest in mathematics classes. This is highly relevant because it will help us suggest these teaching styles to teachers to improve student learning outcomes and garner a more positive attitude toward mathematics. We collected data using a survey via Google Forms that reference our questionnaire, followed by an in person interview to ensure its accuracy and reliability. We emailed our study with an attached Google form independently to our 40 randomly chosen respondents. After this, we compiled those who had yet to answer the survey and interviewed them in their respective classrooms. We started our email blast on December 11, 2024, Wednesday at 8 p.m., with its due date on December 12, 2024, Thursday at 4:30 p.m. We sent a follow-up email to those who have yet to answer on the same day at 8 p.m., and on Friday, December 13, 2024, we gathered those who had not responded to our previous emails and interviewed them in their respective classrooms from 11:20 a.m. to 12:10 p.m.
Our data is organized in a structured spreadsheet, ensuring clarity and local arrangement. Each row represents an individual response, and the columns are labeled to categorize data such as grade level, unique IDs, interest levels, and attitudes. For example, we've categorized respondents based on their grade levels in one column and their unique IDs in another. This grouping helps us quickly analyze trends within specific groups. To maintain consistency, we standardize the data format across all columns, using uniform categories and ensuring alignment and color in the labels. We also prioritize accessibility by labeling each column clearly and applying distinct symbols and emojis for easier interpretation of data. This level of organization ensures the data is easy to retrieve and interpret, allowing us to derive meaningful insights from this. To ensure the accuracy and reliability of our data, we performed thorough data cleaning. First, we checked for and removed duplicate entries to avoid redundancy. For example, if a respondent submitted multiple responses, only the first one is counted. Next, we addressed missing values. Any incomplete responses were all interviewed for them to complete. We also ensured consistency by applying emojis systematically, making the data easier to interpret. Finally, anomalies in the data, such as mismatched responses, were corrected in the interview to maintain integrity. This process ensures that our data is clean, complete, and ready for analysis.
After data collection, we analyzed the results of all the responses. Here are the results from our survey. We have a total of 40 respondents. According to our first graph, 24 of the respondents preferred the teaching style of kinesthetic learning, or learning through demonstration. 14 respondents preferred learning through visual learning, or learning through sight. Only 2 respondents preferred the teaching style of reading/writing. And finally, none of the respondents preferred the teaching style of auditory learning, or learning through hearing. Next, interest in mathematics. 17 out of the total respondents said that they were interested in mathematics. 11 out of the 17 preferred kinesthetic learning, while the remaining 6 respondents preferred visual learning. 14 of the respondents said they were somewhat interested in mathematics. 17 of them preferred kinesthetic learning. 6 preferred visual learning, and the remaining 1 respondent preferred learning through reading/writing. Next is 6 of the respondents said they were very interested in mathematics. 3 out of the 6 preferred kinesthetic learning. 2 respondents preferred visual learning, and the remaining 1 respondent preferred learning through reading/writing. Lastly, 3 of the respondents said they were not interested in mathematics. All 3 respondents preferred kinesthetic learning. Next, attitude towards subject of mathematics. 18 out of the 40 respondents said they were neutral about the subject. 10 out of the 18 preferred kinesthetic learning. 7 out of the 18 said they preferred visual learning, and the remaining one respondent preferred learning through reading/writing. 10 of the respondents said they were positive about the subject. 6 out of the 10 preferred kinesthetic learning, and the remaining 4 preferred visual learning. 6 of the respondents said they felt negative about the subject. 5 out of the 6 preferred kinesthetic learning, and the remaining 1 respondent preferred visual learning. 6 out of the 6 out of the 40 respondents said they were very positive about the subject. 3 out of the 6 preferred kinesthetic learning, 2 out of the 6 preferred visual learning, and the remaining 1 respondent preferred learning through reading/writing. So after we've analyzed our data, we can conclude that most students in PSI CLC prefer learning through demonstration. We can also say that a student's engagement and interest in mathematics are influenced by their teaching style. Most students who felt positive about mathematics were those who preferred kinesthetic learning, but most who also felt negatively about it were also students who preferred that same method of teaching. The same can be said for their interests. Most of the respondents said they were interested or very interested in the subject, preferred kinesthetic learning, but all the students who were not interested came from those who preferred that same teaching style. So we can say that most students in PSHS CLC prefer the kinesthetic learning teaching style, but their engagement and interest is more defined if their preferred teaching style is applied to their classes by their teachers.